Hey seed hunters, welcome back to another video. Today I'm showing you my 15 perfect survival seeds for the new Minecraft 1.21 Tricky Trials update. Seed 15 has every overworld biome in the game within plus or minus 1,360 blocks from spawn, meaning you'll have everything you could ever need just a stone's throw away from the center of your world. Getting the Adventure Time achievement has never been easier. Hike to the top of the Cherry Forest mountain at spawn, and you'll quickly realize that there are plenty of structures too. There are 3 villages surrounding your spawn mountain, including this one that's partially inside of the cherry grove. From here you need to head north to find all the cold biomes, and head south to find all the warm biomes. Or head directly underneath spawn, where Minecraft's newest structure is waiting for you. If you can't decide between an all biomes world or a survival island spawn for your 1.21 world, Seed 14 is your best compromise. You spawn on a chill starter island with a small mixed forest, a nicely sized beach, and a good amount of flat land for building. It's the perfect place for your starter base and maybe even your main base too, because this spawn island is once again surrounded by every biome in the game. You can find mushroom fields to the north, snowy plains to the west, mountains to the south, and badlands to the east, which is my favourite biome in this seed because it looks like there's loads of building potential. But if you don't want to cross any oceans to travel to all the major biomes, Seed 13 is the one you should try because it spawns you perfectly in the middle of a giant multi-biome continent. From your Cherry Grove spawn, you can quickly find everything from ice spikes to eroded badlands. There's even a 2,000 block long river that flows right through the middle of the continent where you can quickly sail through different climates. With 3 ancient cities, 5 villages, 2 pillager outposts, and 20 trial chambers, you can have an amazing adventure all on just one giant island. But if you want to see as many biomes as possible from spawn, Seed 12 is a must try. You spawn high up on a jagged peak mountain which has the perfect little spot for a starter cabin high above the clouds. From the top of your spawn mountain you can discover endless possibilities. From one side of your mountain you can spot badlands and jungle, and just a few steps to the other side you'll be able to spot a huge 10,000 block long winter wonderland. So simply look around and go wherever you want to go. If this was your spawn mountain, which biome would you head to first? We all know that a new update is the perfect time to start a new world, but it's also the perfect time to start an epic survival adventure with your friends. The easiest and best way to do that is by grabbing yourself a Minecraft server from Wise Hosting. Wise Hosting has the most affordable server packages available, and they're super powerful too, so you know you'll always have smooth gameplay even on the most demanding Minecraft worlds. They've also got a really user-friendly game panel that gives you full control over your server. You can pick from a huge selection of mods and install them to your server with just one click, and you can easily change your server to any version you want, including the new 1.21 Tricky Trials update. And if you ever run into any issues, you've got 24/7 support where you can get your questions answered quickly straight from your panel dashboard. So go set up your new 1.21 server at Wise Hosting now by clicking the link in the description, and go make some memories with your friends that will last forever. Use my code CHILL for 25% off, and then your squad is set for taking on all the tricky trials together. And now, let's get back to the seeds. Seed 11 spawns you in a dark forest, but this world is far from dark. It's full of colour and variety, because it's another incredible all-biome survival world, which this time comes with the perfect central structure. Just a few steps away from spawn, you can find a woodland mansion that'll be the perfect place for base camp for when you're out exploring the entire biome spectrum that surrounds it. I've always wanted to turn a mansion into a museum full with every block in the game, and this is probably the best seed to try to do that in. There's even a giant ruined portal on top of the mansion, and underneath of it, you can find a lush trial chamber. Seed 10 gives you another world with every overworld biome within plus or minus 1,360 blocks from the world center. At spawn, you'll come across 2 forest islands. This would be the perfect place for 2 friends to build their starter bases. From these islands, all you need to do is follow the coast to find every biome you could ever search for. Head left to find all the warm biomes, head right to find all the cold biomes, and head out into the ocean to find a huge mushroom island. Close to the island, I spotted a river that flows through a long, lush tunnel. This could be a cool place to build some secret storage rooms. There's also a large section of plains surrounded by a river that could be a great place for a castle that sits between all of your kingdom's biomes. Seed 9 is another all biomes world where you'll be desperate to explore all the different biomes you can see around spawn. From snow-capped mountains to dense bamboo forests and even eroded badlands off in the distance, you can see it all from this spawn. There's a really nice lake at spawn too, which would be perfect for building around, and just over your spawn mountain section, you can find a flower forest and cherry grove valley that leads you all the way down from snowy forest to desert and badlands. For those of you that like building paths and roads, I think this is the perfect opportunity. Seed 8 is another spawn that'll give you an amazing transition through the biome spectrum. Fly overhead and you can really appreciate how close everything is together. There's something satisfying about how similar in size these forests are. Head towards the cherry grove and you'll spot a flower forest island that sits right between Minecraft's hottest and coldest biomes. It's the perfect place for your starter base, and just over the hill, you can find a desert temple alongside a village that touches 5 different biomes. When exploring Minecraft's best all biome survival seeds, I like to find worlds that have great places to build in between all the biomes to try and give you the best opportunity to explore and bring back loads of resources to your main base. Seed 7 is another seed that meets the criteria, as it's every overworld biome within plus or minus 1,360 blocks from spawn, and in the middle of those biomes, you can find an incredible jagged peak mountain crater. But if Cherry Grove Mountains are more your vibe, Seed 6 could be the all biome world for you. In this area, you can find a hillside that overlooks the ocean, a flower forest island, and a giant portal lagoon. From whatever you decide to build in this beautiful location, you'll be able to spot mushroom fields out to sea, giant snowy plains to the right, warm biome mountains to the left, and every forest in between. And as an added bonus, head underneath the flower island and you'll be able to find a trial chamber. For those of you that like to fast travel between Minecraft's different biomes, Seed 5 might be a good one to try. You can set up your base in this cherry grove and then use the river that surrounds it to quickly travel from a giant snow biome to a giant desert biome that are only separated by around 700 blocks. So whether you're on the hunt for igloos or archaeological treasures, this spawn definitely won't hold you back. My favourite hot versus cold biome seed is probably Seed 4, because it spawns you in a giant forest valley that stretches for miles. With mountains on each side and peaceful forest running through the middle, it just feels like the perfect middle ground between this frozen landscape and this barren wasteland. Whenever you're done adventuring through Minecraft's harshest environments, you'll always be able to come back and enjoy the simple life. Seed 3 gives you another spawn with every biome in the game, and it also comes with amazing structures and unbelievable terrain. Make your way through this incredible mountain range and you'll come across a woodland mansion that sits in between every biome you could imagine, and it's got a pretty cool mountain backdrop too. As well as being surrounded by every biome in the game, this mountain range is home to 4 ancient cities, and there's even a trial chamber underneath the mansion too. Seed 2 is the perfect multi-biome survival continent. If you want to explore as many biomes as possible without ever leaving your giant spawn island, this is the best seed to do just that. There are stunning landscapes, amazing places to build, wooded badlands, snowy slopes, a desert temple, a jungle temple, a cherry grove, 3 ancient cities, 4 villages, and so much more to explore, all on one huge island. There's even a mushroom field just a short distance from the island's coast. Seed 1 is my favourite multi-biome survival seed for the new update because it gives you the perfect blank canvas for building something right in the middle of all your biomes. Imagine building a castle here at spawn on this flat and spacious meadow. From the top of your castle, you'd be able to spot everything from snow to cherry grove to savanna to badlands and everything in between. Add a bunch of structures both above and below the surface, and you've got the ultimate spawn for a long-term survival world. Let everyone know in the comments which seed you'll be surviving on in the new update, and if you think any of these seeds would be perfect for a survival adventure with your friends, remember to check out Wise Hosting in the description below. And if you'd like to check out even more all biome survival seeds, click on any of the videos on screen now.